We have been working. Yeah. The way. I can't look at them. The trees are really sharing. Your glasses on. It's okay. It's nothing. No, sir. You'd want the range up. The chair of the for the well. Years ago, those died, and then came down for almost my boy. Well, there's like but Paul was the second year. Was celebrity. I'll leave the order. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, justice for all. Board motion on the minutes of June 18th, 2024, Selectmen meeting. Excellent. I'll do it. You can just get going. Oh, okay. City's right on top. You know, control of.
We've had barking dog complaints, missing dogs, loose dogs. Call I called, but I had to go on because no game was there. But the baby deer at my house overnight that was taken care of. It didn't make it, but it had a broken leg, so Lisa tried. Lisa wasn't sick beside the road. It's done. That's it.
Digging.
Bye.
You're next.
I've got my tablet.
Good.
We had 14 fire calls and 10 medical calls over the past couple of weeks. I've been servicing the fire trucks. Thank Cliff for letting me use the garage, and we're just waiting for a barrel of oil. We got it yesterday, so I can do the other two next week. Talked to the Department of Labor today on my shake program. I got to renew it. There are a few changes I got to do. I'll be doing building inspections tomorrow. I'll have this one.
Like Heidi. You, Mike. Get up.
We don't have any, well, I can't say that. The situation on Conway Road with Justin Myers. The guy that lives at the end of the road there, I sent him several notices that he's in violation. And the last one I sent out, he refused to answer. So I guess at some point, we the board, I don't know, we gotta collectively collaborate on if this goes to legal or not. I know that's not my decision, but I mean, at this point, we've given him ample time. He's had plenty of opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it. So I don't know what else to say. We've tried to work with him, and he's not compliant.
Yeah.
Go narrow corner road. Sorry.
Don't you act on that?
I'm sorry, Doug.
No. Yeah, to get permission to go legal. Oh, he's a lot of work. But also now we do it. Oh, he has to just give the permission to go legal. The legal side to find out. You serve them.
Yeah, he does. I could show you if you're interested. I can show you what documentation I have and all that stuff if you want to see. But other than that, I don't. That's it for today.
Yeah. Cliff,
Hello. I rented a wire mower for getting some of the tree limbs off the side of the roads. And hanging down in the road. We're putting a bunch of the front end parts in the 550, brakes and bearings, tower ends. I'm reaching out to the state bridge engineer. Talk about Misty Lane Bridge, see if I can get some ideas. And I had a complaint on Porter Road. The bridge by Sam Brown. Some guy said it's getting what to be a ski jump, so I gotta go look, see what he's talking about. Not sure what that's all about.
50 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, the streets are. Yeah.
I thought Willie was gonna be here, he was gonna see about getting a bid on getting a rec center painted, but I don't know if he's turned that in.
No, I'm here.
That's about all I had.
Okay.
Last week, it was discussed by Alvina, because it was in the correspondence. With regards to Article 3, line 5. There was a change made, is that correct, Alvina? Correct. That was voted on at town meeting. You can't change an amended article that people voted on.
If it's outside the realm, you can't. When it changes the article, you can't.
It didn't change the article. It got reduced. That's okay.
The reduction part.
But there's no reason why the treasurer tax collector can't interview and approve.
That position is 2 positions, not just 1 position,
Correct.
so the 2 can do it.
And your source came from where?
The state law,
The state law?
Yeah.
Did you talk to somebody up there?
we got it in writing, we have the state law in writing.
Last week you didn't hear from the
It's an
lawyer.
email, yeah.
You didn't hear from the lawyer last week. She had to return your call or your email.
That was on Article 29.
I thought you said Article
29, and she did not respond to Article
3.
3.
Did she respond to Article 3?
She did.
Well, but the
And
additional
it all depends on how the question was asked.
Yeah.
the dollar amount can be decreased, but the additional language about duties of the treasurer is out of scope. That's what the lawyer says.
Okay.
Can I ask a question about that? You was the one to put that amendment on, correct?
Yes, I did.
What was the reason for it?
What was the reason behind it?
Because it
Well,
says,
first off,
because it says solely. So in other words, you're cutting the
sole
something.
authority of the tax collector treasurer.
Right.
The tax collector treasurer is bonded, is supposed to be bonded. And she, I think, is more in a position to interview, put the position out. She's gonna be working with everybody.
Oh,
Starts at the money, the top, and she's the money.
well, what we're trying to accomplish, just so everybody knows, we're trying to get the office so everybody's working together.
I get it, I
And
get it.
that's kind of, seems like to me that's, dividing us again.
Well, no, it's not dividing anything. The way it's worded now, the way it was changed, and by the way, is that change on the website as far as? I thought after the town meeting, you have to,
She will give me the results to post when she finishes.
okay.
I
It
just want
sounds
to,
like the town clerk is gonna. I don't wanna say the word hoarding, but, is gonna want the person to be for her. And the person needs to understand that it's gonna help the town clerk force in the elections. And the tax collector treasurer, and I believe the administrative assistant, no, what, just two offices across the hall from each other.
Right.
So, you know, the town clerk, I don't know, I don't have that answer, but I will look into it. But maybe both of them can do it.
Well, why would? I guess what my question is why wouldn't it be okay, I guess, to say for the selectmen and the town clerk? And that, you know, like when we hire somebody for the public works director has his input on it. We don't just hire somebody and say, here you go.
That's what I'd like to believe happens. That the select board
And always-
does have a say.
They do.
Yeah, I know that. Did the ad go out yet?
The ad
Yeah.
has been sent to the Bridgeton News and the, shopping guys.
Not the Conway side,
I'm sorry,
not the Conway side.
no,
Okay,
no, that's,
all right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens, but
Rick, the question I'd like to ask is, both of the positions that are in the front offices are elected. And we're going to hire an employee that's gonna be appointed, to work with both of those elected officials. That's correct?
That's the plan, yes.
What's the dynamic? Because the elected officials can come and go as they please. There is no set schedule. They don't have vacation time. They, as long as they meet Maine statute, they can come and go as they please. So where's that gonna leave the employee? Where's the supervision for that employee that's gonna come? Because honestly, unless we get somebody that is TRIO certified, town clerk certified, in those aspects, where's the supervision coming? If, let's face it, you know, both of those positions have had times where they were vacant for 4, 6, 8 weeks. And I know you gentlemen know it. We discussed it in the past. So where's that supervision coming in and who's doing
I think that's why the selectmen should have some input in it.
it? They're working for two separate elected officials. And then, no, basically they're working for 5 elected officials. So who's the boss? So that's my question.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like the way the article, the amendment is read, that the boss is the tax collector, the treasurer. That's what we don't want. We're trying to get it so that this third person will work with, you know, both offices. You know, hopefully get her trained. I don't expect somebody's gonna come in and know everything, you know what I mean, how to do the job all.
Agreed, I agree, it's gonna be very tough to find, that's a pretty small niche of experience.
So, okay, so let me just ask you this, Rick. If we leave it the way the amendment was, how is that gonna make it any better? You know, you're asking,
Like last week, I asked, you know, the bookkeeper line item was article a few years back that the treasurer hired and fired for that position. And that person reported to and worked for that one elected official. The select board had no input whatsoever on that at all. That was all treasurer. So that's why I asked the question last week, because now with this position, the appointment as an employee has 5 bosses now. So what's the dynamic for that? When it comes right down to it, there needs to be somebody that person's going to answer to. And like I said, they're elected officials. They can do as they please. All they have to do is fulfill Maine statute, and that's it.
And that's very vague.
Right, and it's loosely written. And with the elected officials, it was passed, what, 2 years ago? They can take 12 weeks paid. 12 weeks, this was passed by our own government, Maine. 12 weeks paid. And no penalty. So as this employee, you know, where's the fill? I'm just curious as to the fill, because we're gonna have somebody that's new. And God forbid something happens to one of those elected officials who's taking over. And who is that individual reported to? Who is going to make that decision that 40 hours, you're gonna do 10 hours here, 30 hours there, or whatever? We've got 5 people as it stands right now that can tell that individual they hired and unhired what to do.
Yep.
So,
It should actually be collaboration between the select board and the other 2 people. And they should actually work for the town, and the chairman of the selectmen should be their boss.
I'm just asking, I'm not up there yet. Kind of want to get an
Next
understanding.
week, buddy.
I want to get an understanding.
Yeah.
You said that you wanted to work in collaboration with this and that, but last year we voted on 6 and 7 to make that where you guys can hire and fire, and it was defeated, so it's still an elected official. So you're still complicating the issue with having someone in there, and you got too many chiefs and not enough.
What do you do if those 2 come up sick, and who's gonna tell that person what to do?
That person, if they're trained properly between those 2, if somebody comes up sick, she should already know what she should do.
Yeah, there's a
But
direction.
do you know, or should I say, does the board know exactly what their job position consists of and what they do? Are you trained enough to tell that person what to do?
Probably not 100%, you're right, but I better have a good idea.
I'm just. Wayne.
But I won't be here to worry about it. That's the truth. Yeah, go ahead.
I talked with both of the ladies. And they have both assured me that they want to be a team player. They want this town to run smooth. And they want to work together with the Board of Selectmen in hiring and in just moving forward. And I think that's a very good, admirable position for them to take. And I think we should give them a chance.
I agree, but the thing is that you've got to come up with one chief.
I think just worry about that when the time comes. I mean, I really think these people are both, the elected people are both in agreement. And I think that when they interview somebody, they will be in agreement because they both know that this person's going to handle both jobs. Truly do.
Hey,
Yeah, so the tax collector's office and the treasurer are autonomous from the selectman's office. And they'll be hiring the deputy. So the deputy will be responsible to them. I'm trying to get clear around that. So any repercussions that happen, the full-time, the 2 elected officials will have to deal with the deputy. Because they're the ones hiring him, whoever. So, I mean, they'll be, if they're doing the hiring, then that's who they're responsible to, is those people. I would think.
I'm hoping it would not be like it has been in the past few years, that when you ask a question, I don't have the answer. And that's not the way it should be. If you want to find out what financial value should be able to find out, and hopefully we'll even know. Yep. All right, let's go to Willie for a second. You sleeping, Willie?
Right here,
Okay, what do you got?
rec department.
Yeah.
Well, we've continued with our coffee hour Thursday mornings. It's going to be a very successful event. 9:30, 11:30. We have summer swim lessons Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The same swim instructor back, which we're very happy about. A couple new assistants. We're also happy about. We've got half day summer day camps. We've got some pottery going on. Trips to the Sea Dogs. Trip to the aquarium. And then we've got Brownfield Day coming up, August 10th, which is Saturday. We've got applications online. Venus helped me get them on the Brownfield website. We've also got them on the Brownfield rec page. So anyone that wants to be a vendor or a participant in Brownfield Day, reach out. Looking forward to a fun field day.
Perfect.
It's a question.
Yeah.
Really, is Hannah Maxwell involved in summer camps?
No, this year we're just doing some half-day programs.
She's not.
Through the Friends of Rec, pottery, trip to the aquarium, Sea Dogs trip. We're gonna do, I think, a river safety trip, and we also have a bunch of safety course planned through the Fire Fishing Game. I don't have a date for that, but it should be around the 1st of August. So, it's coming.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah.
Correspondence.
Guest is requesting permission to lead a group of community volunteers in repair and resetting gravestones in the Merrill Cemetery. The proposed date for this project is August 17th, 2024. You need to make a motion for that. Allow that.
She asked for you to start signing it. Right here on top.
Yeah.
If you approve that, it's so much money.
I guess you want to prove.
You either do that cemetery, you do the veterans grave, because they cut your administrative budget, so you're gonna not be able to spend all the money.
Oh, she's asking, this particular one right here, she's asking for volunteers to come in. But she's not asking for any, and this particular thing that she's asking for right here is not, has anything to do with grade repairs. I mean,
Veterans.
there is,
Make more.
I make a motion that we allow her to get these people together and work on the gravestones in the Merrill Cemetery.
I don't understand why she has to do this. Is it liability issue? Why?
I don't know, can you answer that, Rick?
Yeah, in the past, it's just a courtesy to the select board. Volunteers have gone around for the last, at least 2 to 3 years. Just leading the deal, going around, just volunteers going into the different cemeteries and setting up the gravestones and making them presentable again. It's just a courtesy.
Who owns the cemeteries in Brownfield?
Well, we're responsible.
Yeah, some are private, they're family owned. Some of you can't even find out who owns them anymore. So the town does take care of the veterans ones and really taking care of most of them now.
I don't know the actual legality on it, but it's always been that the town takes care of the, what they call the outlying cemeteries, the ones that don't have an association. So there's no one taking care of it, so the town will call it.
People involved in these private cemeteries getting up there in age, and they don't have the money to the perpetual care because it's all spent.
You look interesting.
And plus,
It's gonna be a burden to the town, that's what's gonna happen.
Some of them, the people are all gone.
oh, I know. I bring my weed whacker down to one lot in Pine Grove, just so I can plant flowers.
If Jess has been trying to get people to volunteer, I guess you might say, take on a particular cemetery, and take care of it, I know that.
Pine Grove is big.
Well, yeah, that one, you're not gonna get someone to do it voluntarily, for sure. But I don't know how it's even going with that, because there is a lot of real small, which doesn't take much maintenance, but you gotta keep after it every year or else the summer, grass grows on it, potential trees. But, so, do you want to sign this, want me to, Brownfield?
Did you,
You get all the thing out of it, what's
Oh,
that?
yeah, we got, all in favor?
All right, this is one, yours. Gus Davis has identified the veterans gravestones that are in most in need of repair. Could you give us a list of maybe? I don't know, when I first came in, you was talking about something about they had reduced the amount of money.
Right, they cut 40,000 out. From town organization, so that one passed, okay, so there's $1,000 now, that's good. Yeah.
And I think she understands. Yep. So,
So that's good, I say that's to her discretion.
right,
$1,000 to deal with.
and then we have a business radio license renewal modification. And in the past, I'm pretty sure, as public works director, I used to sign this. Because I got my name on it now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, Cliff ought to sign this or we should sign. But you gotta, this needs to be signed and sent back in shortly.
Does it say anywhere where it's public works director or?
It said Brownfield, Town of Brownfield, Public Works.
Each time.
It's to do with the two-way radios. trucks.
And it's from who?
It's a business radio licensing. Business for, you remember. Maybe you could talk with Dickie about it, he probably knows more about it, like,
I've been, 3 years, and that's the first I've heard of that.
you do have to renew your license every month.
I have a company who Jeff Hackett, he's our radio guy that takes care of radios. I know he's had Aussie Mountain used to do mine also, and he used to take care of mine, I pay him a fee and then take care of my radio license.
Yeah,
And so that will happen. When my time to do, I won't be there when it comes to, because this is gonna be a lot longer than I'm gonna be there. But they'll get, like Jeff Hackett, apply for it.
so you're thinking this is just somebody looking for business?
Okay, you'll get a bill.
Yep. Why wouldn't sign it?
I will talk to Jeff Hackett. Cliff,
Yeah.
talk to Jeff Hackett, see if he can do it for you.
It's too very careful.
Alright, the advertising for a full-time deputy clerk, that's, of orders, tax collector and treasurer. And also for the seal coating of the parking lot out front here was sent to the Shoppers Guide and Bridgeton News. And we got a email regarding Article 3, which we've already talked about, so I think he's done. paperwork has been faxed to Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, naming Alvina as the agent of record for Brown. MSAD school assessment for the town of Brownfield is $2,108,491.67. Monthly installments is $175,707.52. Due the 20th of each month, starting 7/20. That's next month. Nobody likes it.
Did you say that's the monthly payment?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Did they tell you how many students from Brownfield?
Not on this. I don't think so.
We found two that Brownfield had that were not,
The school district.
resident.
Right,
I think
the school district sends out a list of all the.
they do.
Yes, we found two in the last list that were not Brownfield residents.
Okay. An exit audit. In response to my request for an exit audit, Ron Smith suggests that he comes to a meeting the week of July 15th. So we suggested the 16th, I guess that's a proposal.
He hasn't gotten back to me on that as of yet, but I didn't check. It's the one meeting.
And then we have a copy of the email from Lynn regarding Zach Everett and the skate park. Refuge. You got that? Lee?
Darn it,
It
should.
might be consolidated, yeah.
Oh, no, you took that home with you. It's on that file. Like that.
Basically, going through this email, what it really amounted to was that Zach is saying that if we don't, as a town, stop some of the things that are being said on the rec Facebook thread, he's gonna come at us down.
I'd like to hear more about that. It's pretty vague.
You wanna read it?
Well, I'd like everybody to be able to, can you read it for us, please? It's very disappointing to hear that you guys are nervous about somebody that's a liar.
Well, we don't wanna get into that.
Oh, I know you guys are. I know that.
What's that?
Don't want to get into
Or the deputy, no.
legal thing, you don't want to.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of lies and spread, false narrative. Can you please read that for us, the public record?
I don't think I wanna right now, but
Yeah, I
if
bet.
you wanna read it, you can.
Well, yeah, give me a copy of it. That's very upsetting that nobody on the board wants to read that.
Well,
What if I
We
couldn't
don't
read,
want to get into an argument here.
There's no,
how are we gonna argue?
all right,
guys are
all right,
arguing, just read it.
all right, just
Well, I'll keep my
hang
mouth
on
shut
a
and
minute.
read it.
It says, as you are aware, the official Facebook page of the Brownfield Recreation Department has recently featured posts and facilitated discussions that are not in line with community standards and may potentially breach legal norm concerning hate speech. And I don't know what any of this is because I haven't seen any, I don't follow Facebook, so I can't answer any questions on that.
If you should know by now, this has been a long time. We've been waiting for this to be happening over years. That's why nobody wants to talk about it, because I got a lot to say about it.
Well, why don't you say it?
I don't have to. I'm asking you guys to fill us in as the board of selectmen. Remember, I'm the crazy guy. Why would you want to hear it from the crazy guy? Everything's funny that I
No,
do.
it's not funny, I'm like this.
Go ahead.
I'm very disappointed with you guys. Well, I'd like to not move on. Maybe we need an emergency public meeting, emergency public hearing on this topic. How many other cases of litigation are we facing? How many other lawsuits are coming against this town? You guys are worried about Zach Everett? Zach Glass on Facebook, the liar? That you guys know all about.
Ricky,
Has that been forwarded to the town's attorney?
That's an old.
that's an old email? That she just answered now?
Lynn just gave that.
I think the question was, Vinnie wanted to know why he was blocked from Brownfield. I don't know how it's worded, Brownfield Rec or Rec Brownfield Facebook. Is that right?
Are you asking me or Willie? Because that's
I'm asking you if that's the question.
who told Willie to delete me from the page? How about answer that? That's a good question to have asked.
All right, who did?
I don't know, you tell me. But it must have been a selectman, somebody in a seat of authority. You and John said you knew nothing about it last week. You promised me the next day you would talk to Willie and clear it up. Nobody wants to talk about that email. What's going on in this town? Furthermore, where are the emails from Megan Witt, the former town's selectman's assistant? It's very funny. But I asked for any and all public records. I paid a lot of money for it.
I think you got all that we've got then.
No, because like I told you, I was allotted right to access the public record. And I found more than you guys did, and I paid this $25 an hour to look. And the only reason you guys did is because my lawyer told you guys don't have a choice.
I feel like we're getting a little sidetracked.
Yeah, very,
Sorry, Vinny.
very.
The question is about what Zach is doing.
Yeah, and it has everything to do with me.
Right, but what he's reading has nothing to do with what you're going on now, right?
No, it does, because that's what they're saying, and that's why I was.
That's why you wanted for it, that's why you wanted it.
Yeah. I wanted to.
I think it's time we do
And
something.
they're not, but then there's the one, so.
Yeah.
Rec director, and they're telling the rec director not. to-
Okay, that's enough.
Two selectmen don't know anything about it.
Brian?
That's why it's gonna be more lawsuits.
For the jurors. Okay,
Yeah.
A lot more lawsuits for the,
whenever you're ready or at the end of whatever.
never wanna talk about anything.
Yeah, we'll have,
Man,
in a few minutes,
shut up.
let's try to get this.
To a
Finish
non-disclosure
up.
agreement.
Okay,
That
what's
don't happen.
the-
You guys need to stop lying to us. That's a fact. But you, like you said, Dick, you won't be here to deal with it. But you'll have to answer to your accountability to it too, thanks to the transparency that we're gonna be allowed. But Brownfield is way behind in the times. You're gonna update all of you
Okay,
guys.
let us get on with the meeting, please. All right,
This topic has been on the table for a long time, many years.
we're going on.
I know you, like I said,
We're
you don't wanna, you're the chief, right? Did you tell Willie to delete me from the page?
I don't believe so.
Well, then who did? Then you guys right now can tell him to undelete me.
Willie's gonna control that page by himself, and he can,
No, somebody had to have told him to, or did he do it himself? Do you know, Dick?
I don't know.
Then who knows? Do you know, Frank? Do you know, John?
Well, they got no back. Deleting anyway.
Well,
That's all.
my rights are factually being stripped of me. I've been arrested twice thanks to this issue. From Zach Glass ever. In the skate park. Yes, I have. And thanks to the former board of selectmen who fueled that whole issue. And you guys, the current board, who don't want to talk about it, nothing to do with it. And our chief selectman just waiting to end the meeting. Yeah, this
No,
main whole thing.
Nothing we can do with it.
Oh, yeah, but remember Rome fell. And so will this regime. In Brownfield, man.
All right. So,
Awesome.
if I got something that in the facts that I can read to you, I will.
Where are all the
Let me show you.
emails I emailed you guys to, and presented it as topics on the
What does
agenda?
that got to do with it?
I don't know, tell everybody what the emails say, and then let them decide what that has to do
Why
with
don't
it.
you? You're the one that's concerned about it, Vinny, not me.
You guys work for us. You're the board of selectmen, you've forgotten your oaths. You've neglected your duties. And you don't want anything to do with the transparency and accountability that comes from opening up this can of worms that you guys started. Remember, I was waiting a speedy trial.
Vinny, Rick, go ahead.
Could I make a request prior to next Monday? Where I'll be taking your position. Can this be sent to the town's attorney, Zach Everett, and have that addressed? Like, you send it this week, please.
Sure.
So that we can.
Appreciate that.
So we can deal with it next week.
Yeah.
They should have said,
When you did. Good one.
that would have been common sense for you guys to say that. But you lied to me too, Frank, when you said you'd take care of it the next day. That was documented and
All
recorded.
right, let me clear that up then. You just be quiet for just a minute. That was a Tuesday night. I told you I'd see him the next day. The next day was a holiday.
Yeah.
And the next day,
I was in a
listen,
selectmen's meeting as a selectman. That's why what you're saying, it doesn't.
you're not listening to reason at all.
No, you guys aren't. You're lying to us.
I'm not lying. I was.
Somebody is. You know who told Willie to delete
That's
the
enough.
page.
Yeah,
That's a lie.
point of now.
Yeah, I know it's enough, Dick.
Let's
It's
go.
enough from you.
Okay, call me
We're done.
No, you're done. This is your last meeting.
We're done.
Remember?
Yeah. Right.
Keep going. Court, they're subpoenaed.
Keep going.
They don't.
All right,
let anything-
last week, there was some question about the cell phone. So, I guess Lynn prepared this. The current annual charge is $5,210.40. When phones are paid off, bill will drop to approximately $4,330.01. The plan charges per month is $250, $35 per line, and $75 for the FD hotspot.
That's about it.
Device charges per month is $73.35.
Don't you have a total amount before we did this?
He did not have a total
Not on
amount,
here.
and we had to pay the hotspot for Dickie. We paid the hotspot for Dickie's phone anyway.
Right.
What are you talking about? How much we paid out, like when we was paying them for the private phone?
Right.
I think it's pretty easy to figure out, but it's not on.
I love that.
We're paying like $100 a month.
Let me read this, because there is something on there about. Lynn told me, I assume it's her, that the cell phone currently costs $5,210.40, but will drop to approximately $4,330.20 in 25. She said if the town continued to reimburse, it would have cost more, roughly $6,000.
We did it. Just a question. Who has phones? Mike has one, Lily has one, and Dickie has one?
Now, being asked.
Now, we have.
Yeah.
Do we have numbers to those? Is that out to the public so they know?
Yeah, we're on the website.
Yeah, they're all
On the website?
Yeah.
Just that.
I got a question.
Let,
I called, Alvina the other day asking for her phone number, and she said Dick had it. And I still don't have her phone number for the town phone.
Well,
Just curious, so do you have the phone or?
it's on the website for,
No, does she have, cause she said she was 24/7.
I was on vacation, so therefore to meet that
When I go on
24/7,
vacation, my phone goes with me,
he had to have it.
So
Well, that's your problem.
but I still don't have the phone, with your phone.
I'm sorry.
Cause when I call, it comes up as Frank, it should come up as Alvina Day, whatever your.
My personal phone at home?
No, your town phone,
No,
that you say you have.
it's on the website?
come up with something.
No, it's on the website.
The number is on the website under general assistance because that's the primary reason I have that phone.
Just, on.
I just, as far as cell phones and stuff, when I was on the budget committee, MMA requires everybody to take a Freedom of Access Act seminar Zoom. Now, other Freedom of Access seminar Zoom, if you use your personal phone or your personal email for public business, that personal email or personal phone, all the information on that is subject to the Public Information Act. You don't have a choice, okay? So if you want to keep your information, no, let me finish, please. If you want to keep your information private, you either have to have a personal phone and one to use for business. You have to have this was told to me from municipal association, and you have to have a special email for just your business with the town, or a special one for your personal, because if they're mixed, everything in that email is subject to investigation or whatever anybody requests. And I'm not saying this to make anybody do anything, I'm just telling you for your own benefit.
I understand what you're saying. I've been to a lot of companies and worked with a lot of people. But the town gives me a laptop where all my emails come from. I do not use my personal phone for emails. My phone calls are for people that I get parts from, get sand from, that goes over here, and like, no, I don't need a town phone. So I don't need a personal phone because I have office phone in my office that they read messages. So why would I need a town phone?
But the whole purpose of the Maine Municipal telling people about the freedom.
So you're saying that they're telling me I need to take that phone?
You don't need to, but I'm saying, if you don't have two phones.
And you're saying that I can take my personal phone and check what I'm doing?
If you have any town business on that phone, they can take your personal.
I don't have no town business.
Well, I'm just saying, not just you, anybody, okay? Whether anything has an email, and this is one thing, because everybody on the town has an obligation to provide information to anybody that asks for it. The other reason they make you take the seminar is for anybody's own protection that is working with the town, so that they keep their email separate and they keep their phone separate, all the personal stuff. So it'll always be protected by them.
Mike,
If you use anything in public.
I've got a random question, so. Is it possible to have two numbers to one device?
on the new phones, you can't.
Okay, the reason why I ask, and I'm just gonna be honest and transparent with everybody. I hate carrying two phones.
So, yeah.
And Benny's right about the Freedom of Information Act. I'm well aware of that's the public knowledge, everybody, you know. So I gotta be honest with you, I've been using my own personal phone. I'm not asking for reimbursement only because it's easier to carry one phone than it is two phones, or keeping two phones charged or so. I guess my question is this: can I have that number that was delegated to me just added to my own phone, or does that cross a line with the Freedom of Information Act and all that? Or
Oh, yes.
then you're not buying devices, you're not buying into. I mean, you're still gonna need a plan, but you wouldn't have to buy the device.
Right.
So it's just a question.
I would assume, okay, if they wanted information from you, they would ask for the information from that number.
That device or the number,
That number.
okay, or that email, right?
I would get a hold of maybe this, you have access to it, and ask them that question. I mean, I don't know, I'm just saying this to let people know that.
Yeah.
They gotta protect themselves.
Yeah.
And they have an obligation to freedom of access.
Thank you.
Cindy?
I did that the short time that I had the town phone, transferring that number. I left the phone home. So they called me, they would say, here's my personal phone. I couldn't call them
Why?
because all the calls go to my phone that was carrying. So that did me no good whatsoever, my personal phone. I couldn't leave home,
Because you call forward to the other phone.
so
Right.
we're good at
The
that.
new phones have what they call dual SIMs. So instead of having a little SIM card now, it's all integrated into the phone, and you can have two numbers in one phone.
Yeah, there was not enough data on that phone for me.
They can do a whole fire scene. You can't do a lost cat.
I got more than just lost cat on me there. I do reports on here.
But he does a whole fire scene on it, so I know there's a lot more going on. That just gives them internet connection. All right. What's next? What else you got?
Well, Lynn has provided an update on the ARPA fund spreadsheets. You know, we're gonna get, I don't need to go do that. Somebody wants to.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it for that, but then, still ongoing. Evidently, Alvin gave Brian a copy of the May 30th, May 2nd, April 16th, April 12th, March 19th, and February 16th email regarding farm or farm animals.
Right?
Yeah, the select board has stated several times that, the town's attorney said this is a civil matter. Could I have a copy of that, please? And have you seen that yet?
I have seen it.
Frank, have you seen it?
I don't think so.
John, have you seen that?
I read it in open meeting.
Okay, could I have a copy of that, please?
I can't find it.
It was an email.
That'll be in the file.
Was it an email? I looked in the animal.
I read it. It
file.
was printed out.
Yeah, you read it, regular meeting.
I read it in open
And
meeting.
how was this presented to the town's attorney?
We'll go back and find it. It's on file. So
Yeah, find that.
I'll look at home and see if
I had been on vacation. I didn't have.
Any idea?
Yeah, but this
Any idea?
should have been a document from quite a while ago.
Right.
Back
just
in May, or, I'm sorry, back in March, maybe,
You can't go on the computer and bring up
I can go back.
minutes, so find the data.
I can look at it.
I'll try to,
Not that
it's probably in that
I
file,
can't
right?
find it in a heartbeat, because I was on vacation, and then I came in after.
Well, my file
I
is
see
just
from that.
stacked like that.
You'd have to go back in.
But shouldn't that be in a file from the attorney itself, correspondence like that?
Yeah.
Okay. But how was that presented to you, the town's attorney?
You'll get a copy of it.
Yeah, well, I can't remember off the top of my head how it was
The
worded.
question is on it and then the answer is on.
Okay, well, just wanted you to know. Okay, has it ever been presented to the town's attorney that the ACO is totally conflicted and friends with the person at the end of the road?
That's true.
I'm friends with everybody in town. I guess I can't do my job, but I'm friends with everybody. I have to hate them.
I mean, a simple answer would be good. I mean, like last week, when her truck was broke down, whose truck was she using to do business?
You want me to borrow your truck so I go there?
No, but
Cause that's what you did, you let me go there and so I get 250 bills, you want me to borrow your truck? You want me to borrow your truck?
That's enough.
That's a personal issue,
Yeah, that's enough.
well, it's like, you know.
not an ACO issue.
Enough.
But you people should be able to see the conflict here without any problem at all.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, we have to go.
After what?
Let's go to executive session.
Yeah.
You have to close it?
Yeah.
All right, I got one more thing.
Yep.
Will I be given a copy of that, from the attorney?
Yes.
Okay, the next building committee meeting is scheduled for July 10th, 7 o'clock. Morning.
That's actually, yeah.
All right. We'll go into executive session.
Before we clear the road, can we say thank you to Dick for his service, Wanda for hers, what he wants to. Thank you, Dick. Wanda.
Yeah.
I don't blame you a bit. I just want to share for
In
this.
public session, you have to make.
This is where they're.
Make a motion to go to executive session.
So should I have-
Oh, that's it.
Pursue
Thank
that.
All right.
They don't want to. Well, just say it. Just say it.
Hey, Willie. Step on.
Also.
Oh, no worries.
Motion to return. Executive session, we're going to do one MS, 4056A.
I can come with you.
Second.
I have a question, Chair. Come up.
Somebody forget, the stuff on the hill?
Yeah, the video was set, and I was like,
What?
Yeah, you are.
That must be his big jug of water.
that's what video was set.
She also meditation.
Good luck.
You'll clean
May
it up.
I attend or no? Is it something that's gonna carry starting next week?
It is gonna stop. So I think he should.
Okay, I'll sit back there, shut up.
I've already been elected, so I don't know.
Well, it's